30,000 people out of a job after the shutdown of Yellow Trucking. Are you prepared if that were to happen to you? Chase Wilsey, VP of Wilsey Asset Management, is here to share a few smart money moves to get you through unemployment. I have one moment in my life where this happened to me, and there were some tears. I mean, it was a really uncomfortable moment because I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely never easy, and it's a frustrating experience, but you know, it's unfortunately part of life at times, and you got to be prepared for those in case they do come about.
Yeah, you talk about this question, you pose it. Ask yourself, if you lost your job today, would you be ready? If you have a family, if you have bills to pay, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You want to make sure you're prepared for anything, essentially. And that's where, you know, saving, investing, and building assets really puts you in that kind of good spot. I did want to say, I mean, the first thing I look at here is if this does happen to you at this time, you got to understand, take a deep breath. I mean, we're actually still in the middle of a very strong labor market. So yes, it's difficult. Nobody likes to go through it. But right now, job openings came out yesterday. There was 9.58 million job openings across the U.S. There's still a lot of jobs out there. And people have kind of pointed to, oh, well, they're falling from last year. COVID really created some anomalies in terms of huge spikes and downturns in different areas of the economy. But what I look at is not comparing to last year because those jobs openings were so high. If you look back to 2020, February, before COVID hit, there was actually 7 million job openings.
Wow.
And in the year of 2019, when many people thought we had a very strong economy, they averaged 7.2 million job openings per month. So still having 9.58 million job openings, there's a lot of work out there. So there is that availability to go find work. Until
you find that job, because it takes a minute by the time you go apply and do all of that. What do you do with your budget during that time?
Yeah, so I mean, that would definitely be step number two. I always say step number one, take a deep breath, understand that right now there's still going to be time for you to find another job. Step number two is look at your expenses. You have to understand that you are going to have to make cutbacks, because let's say you're in your 30s, 40s, or even 50s, you don't want to deplete your assets too much, and all of a sudden now you delayed retirement by more years than you had originally anticipated. So you have to, step two, look at saying, where can I make those cuts? Obviously, you're still going to have to make your housing payment. You're still going to need to buy food, water. Look at those needs. But unfortunately, maybe if you were planning a vacation, you may have to defer that until a later date.
I got to imagine, and I know that I have been in this position in my life where you look at the bills and the cost of what it is, and then look at your savings account and you're like, ooh, there's just, if I lost my job, I wouldn't be able to get through a month or two. So what do you do if you don't have enough savings in your emergency?
Yeah, so then step number three here is you got to look at how you're going to displace that lost income. And obviously there's going to be unemployment benefits if you are in a longer term unemployment and you don't find a job as quickly as anticipated, but you do have to look at displacing the income other ways. There's various sources that you can look at displacing that income. The first one you bring up is the emergency savings. If you do have liquid savings, that's going to be the best place to start to pull from to start to actually displace that income.
Okay.
The other thing you can look at is if you have assets. So if you have investment accounts, well, then what you can do is look at saying, should I sell some of those assets? Is there a possibility to take income? We have clients that maybe retire or they need a temporary need from income. We come up with an income plan for them. Whether it's short-term or long-term, you need to have a good plan in place. It's not going to completely derail your future finances. The other thing you can look at too is if you do have retirement accounts, and I tell people this should be the absolute last resort because they have such great tax advantages, and also there's tax penalties if you pull from them. But sometimes if it is the last resort, you may need to look at these assets. And the big thing I tell people is you had like a 401k or 403b at your previous employer, take that and move it into an IRA rollover. That way you have more control over it. You have easier access to it just in case you need it.
Is there a line of credit, or what about just taking out a credit card or something like that just to get you through that time?
So what I tell people is this should be another avenue that you can explore, and I'm not going to say a credit card. You always want to make sure you have lines of credit set up just in case you have hard times come about. And I'm not talking about a personal loan because those can be 10, 12, 15%. Credit cards, they can be as high as 20, 25%. What you want is you want to leverage your assets to set up credit lines. There's two things you can look at here. It's a home equity line of credit, also known as a HELOC, or what's known as an SBLOC, which is a securities-backed line of credit, which you can set up against your investment accounts. these rates are going to be much lower than your credit cards or your personal loans, and you don't pay the interest unless you use it. So it's there for you in those hard times. And I'll tell you the big reason why you want to set this up when times are good.
Why?
If you lose your job, it's going to be harder to set up lines of credit because banks don't want to look at that.
You know, Chase, everything that we talked about all these years, whether it was with fires, whether it's losing your job, whether it's an emergency, it's what you do before that moment that makes a difference of what happens if and when that does happen. So
absolutely, you want to have a plan, and setting up that plan ahead of the disaster is the most important part.
Proper planning prevents poor performance. Thank you,
I love
Chase.
that.
Thank you. Thank you. My motto in life. Always good to see you.
Good to see you as well.